Hello everybody, a very good morning to you all. Welcome back to another live trading session here at Taurex. I hope everyone has had a good first 24 hours in the markets this week and is looking forward, like I am, to some new opportunities because I'm now closed my USD Japanese yen trade from Friday, which we'll talk about in today's stream. And also have a look ahead to any more opportunities that are coming up. Now it's Tuesday morning and I'm tradeless, so I will be looking with eagle eyes to see if we can get any trading opportunities coming up in the next 4 days or so. So plenty of time, no rush, and we'll have a look to see if we can get any of those opportunities today. And we'll also look back on what was pretty much what we expected from the RBA and pretty much what we expected from the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar. If you watched yesterday's stream on the week ahead analysis, you would have seen that we were looking for some AED NZD longs. I didn't really like the entry as such, but the direction was correct, and so I'm very happy with that. Yeah, it should be good. And we'll look ahead to any more of the news we've got coming up as well. So if anyone does have any questions live on the stream, feel free to ask, or if anyone has some questions like I know you do at the end, like after the stream, because it's posted on YouTube, people watch it on catch up, then you can put any questions that you may have in the Discord channel, and I'll be more than happy to help. So it's not going to be too lengthy of a stream. It's a fairly slow day in terms of news events, but let's first of all just take a look at what we saw and what happened on dollar yen. So this was a 1 hour trade. I entered off of the test of this EMA 12 here. You can see that. Let me just move this over like this so we can see. Enter on the test of this EMA 12 here. Zero drawdown on the trade. So, yeah. USD yen, nice winner. 1 hour time frame. Enter off the retest of this EMA 12, really happy with that. Absolutely zero drawdown on the trade. Posted it in the Discord channel as well, and if you joined in on the stream on Friday, you'd have known about this. We closed this out in the end for a 3-to-1 risk reward. Why did we close out? Well, because I used the ADX indicator, and when this ADX indicator approaches the 40 level, that means that the trend is in an overextended position, and then when we get the next crossover below 40, that's my exit signal. So here was my exit signal, so I exited around here, about 2.8-to-1 risk reward. Really happy with that, and in the rest of this stream we'll be looking for some more opportunities. Okay, right, so as always, like I always do on the stream as well, I fill in the trading journal off the back of the actual trade itself. So if I just fill this in now, so our exit price was 151.5. Okay. Now, as we spoke about yesterday, I closed half the position at 1-to-1, which meant because it was only a 1% trade because it was a 1 hour time frame. So I used 2% on a 4 hour time frame, and I used 1% on a 1 hour time frame. So we closed half of that off, or 0.5%, and the rest of it went on. So we just under, if I actually check my MT5 on my phone, so just under 2%, 40.5. You don't have to do this to the decimal, but I tend to. So it's a winning trade. So when we look at the lessons there's nothing really anything we need to say about the lessons. It was perfectly executed. It was a perfect exit as well. We pretty much exited at the most we were ever going to make from that trade, which doesn't always happen, but I'm really happy with that. So now what I do is I just copy this into 2025 trades. Here we go. Four USD yen trades in a row. I'm going to look for some more. I'm going to look for some more opportunities now that maybe aren't dollar yen. So that puts my total February trade so far on the 18th of February, so about halfway through the month, just over. 2 wins, 2 losses, minus 1%. Current total profit for the year at 9%. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah, managed to claw back 2% from the February performance, which is good. So happy days. Right, now let's just move on to and if anyone has any questions on any of that, then let me know. But that's I always show you the routine about what I do. So let's take a look quickly at the RBA. So it's something that we discussed in detail yesterday about how this week may be a little bit of a pause week from a US point of view, but from a Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar point of view, we were looking for some volatility, particularly in that AED, NZD market. And we said that on yesterday. We had a cut from the RBA, which is pretty much what we expected, but it was a hawkish cut, should we say. So a 25 basis point rate cut from the RBA. However, and by the way, this was their first cut since COVID. So it's the first time they're one of the lot, if not the last central bank who suffered the inflation that we've seen to actually cut rates. So as a result, you'd think that if I just go on to this market here that we was looking at, this is why it's important sometimes to tune into the streams, because I break down fundamentals that aren't necessarily always on the surface level, right? So the typical thing is if a central bank cuts rates, then that will be weaker for the currency. But if you know to dive in further than the surface level, you would know that this is the first cut from the RBA since COVID, so they're still very much maintaining a fairly hawkish stance. And the language that was used in the press conferences and the statement following was pretty much, we're still wholly committed to bringing inflation down to target. They didn't really give many strong hints that more cuts were coming. I think there's now being priced in the maximum of 2 for this year from the RBA from now, and even that's slightly optimistic, which is why we saw strength in the Australian dollar rather than weakness. And that's something that we spoke about yesterday. Even though they were going to cut, we were still looking at potentially a situation where the Australian dollar was going to gain ground off the back of that. What we can see since the release, we can see that breakout in the AED/NZD. Now the trade idea really would have been this liquidity grab here, close back inside the range, and then start to trade higher. Now, if we look where we've come up to now, for me, this remains an area which I think will be taken out. So it's only about 15 pips away from where we are now. But there could be an opportunity, if you're someone who's more of a scalper, to look for something that looks like this. Again, I don't trade on the lower time frames as such. You've got an FVG there, which was created from the news release. There's that 50%. Maybe, if you're a scalper, what people may do today is look for that. But either way, I won't personally do this, but more importantly, I believe that we're going to be taking out this high. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame as well, look at that close. Look at that close. So close. I like the fact that we could be coming down to 1.12, the fair value gap that was created from that initial surge. From there, I'd expect that we take out these highs, and then we'll see how we close above these highs. Because if we get, say, a daily closure above this high, I'll look for potentially some sort of retest into a fair value gap on the hourly time frame, or a EMA 12, maybe a trend rider trade potentially on the EMA 12 on the hourly or the 4-hour time frame, and look for that. Let's have a look what that looks like on the 1 hour actually. Yeah, look, you can see that breakout. You can see that bullish crossover right here. That's the bullish crossover. We could be shaping up for a new wave of longs. What was the? We could be shaping up for a new wave of longs on this market. So, yeah, of course, it will depend on what happens tomorrow night, overnight, because we have the RBNZ, which is the other side of the equation. Now we're expecting a 50 basis point cut from the RBNZ. So if we do get that 50 basis point cut, and we see slightly more dovish language used from the RBNZ as well, then we could expect more upside in AED/NZD this week. So I'm just following the fundamentals, and if you don't understand that fundamental picture, you can get left behind. Hello, Curtin. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Okay, right. We are on Tuesday. We have had some data coming out of the UK in the form of employment statistics. So let me just quickly break that down. The unemployment rate in the UK, previous 4.4, forecast 4.5, actual was 4.4. Claimant count change, previous 0.7, forecast 10. The actual was 22. So more people claiming unemployed benefits in the UK, but a slightly softer unemployment, so a little bit of a mixed bag there. Wonder what the reaction of the pound was. Fairly positive one. That unemployment rate being softer has helped the pound today. You can see that, but I wouldn't get too caught up in that, okay? I wouldn't get too caught up in that. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go top to bottom on my markets. And we're back from President's Day now, so we should get some good opportunities. Okay, right, let's have a look. I'm going to start on the S&P 500. I'm going to delete that. And the first thing I'm going to do for all these markets, I'm just going to quickly check if there's a trend rider trade. Ooh, potentially there. Set myself an alert there. Okay, let's set the alert there. US 500. Ah, oh, missed the trade. There it was. That's annoying. Yeah, that was the trade. Oh well, okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. AD NZD, AD USD, sorry. Pound. There's the pound trade as well. There's the bullish crossover. There's that first touch. I've missed that trade, I think. I've missed that trade. Okay, right. Let's just click through them all. Oil, nothing. Euro dollar. Yeah. USD Swiss. Potentially. USD yen. Potential there as well. USD CAD. There's a lot of bearish dollar signals I'm getting. Actual dollar index itself as well. Look at this. Look at that breakdown below that low. It's bearish sign for me, big time. Okay, right. Let's just think about what we can do here. So, what's the strongest looking market? Because I like the look of more. Look at that crossover as well. I like the look of more dollar downside. You know. I'm just going to check the ADX indicators on some of these. Just to see what the trend is suggesting. Okay. Okay, dollar CAD's an interesting one. Where's that? Yeah. I like this. $66 pip SL. Nice breakdown below. I'm going to go for this. I'm going for it, people. I'm going for it. Right. Always calculate your risk. So the market I'm trading is dollar CAD. USD CAD. I know it's not the best entry in the world, but it's not far off from that EMA 12. It's only a few pips. And I like the look of more downside. And the ADX has got room to move as well. It's going to be a 2% trade for me. 70 pip stop loss. So that results in a 3.58 lot size trade. So 3.58. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so we're in. Here we go. Whoever's watching, always join the streams because I like to place trades live on the stream as well. But I will post it in the room. I'm getting a lot of bearish signals on the dollar. Let me just take a picture of this so I can put it in the Discord channel. If it lets me do it. There we go. I'm going to post this in the channel for everyone. Here we go. My USD CAD sell from live stream. Good stuff, right? Let's see how we go with that then. Yeah, I think we could be in for some more downside in the dollar as well, which is why I like this trade. And I'm just trying to always pick your markets carefully. And if you look at dollar CAD, nice daily crossover here as well. And you can see how that momentum is shifting. So I could see rotation back down in towards the middle of this move at least. Just slightly counter trend to be fair, but I still like it. And I didn't really like the look of euro. I don't really like the look of euro at all. The pound wasn't a bad one either, because you can see there's a nice breakout here. But I prefer the good stuff, Curtin. Nice. Always placing trades live on the stream, guys. No change for me on gold at the moment. It's not really a market I'm particularly interested in, if I'm being honest. It's a market which I'm still waiting for the pullback, if it comes. And I think there could be potential for some more Nasdaq longs. But again, look at that, we're blasting up to the upside. So I'm going to try and wait for a pullback on that 4 hour to see if there's any trade idea there. And other than that, that pretty much sums it up, because I don't really tend to place more than one trade, to be honest, and I'm happy with that USD CAD one. So we're going to monitor that now. That's the next one. That's the next project, the USD CAD trade. So we're going to monitor that throughout the rest of this week, see how we get on, and any changes or updates to that, I'll let you know. But yeah, good stuff. Has anyone got any questions? Any questions, any markets anyone wants me to run through? Drop it in the chat section. Okay, good stuff, everybody. Thank you very much to those who are watching on catch up or tuned in live. I hope you have a fantastic trading day. I'll be active all day in the Discord channel should you need me. We're live on dollar CAD, or I'm live on dollar CAD, shall I say. So I'll monitor my trade personally, as I always do. And if you want to follow me on that journey, watch my updates, and then feel free to come and join the Discord channel. The link is in the description. Until then, trade well, trade safe, and I'll see you all soon.